All right, based on a little conversation, this is a special, small, maybe small recording. I won't make any claims as to how short this will be. But this is like when you see pelvic issues, this is worthy of a whiteboard. Yellow. Now let's do brown color. There we go. So you guys are used to my really crappy drawings by this point. So here's the bottom of the person.
I haven't heard Bertha. Are you recording?
Yes, it's funny. Yeah, we didn't hear her, but there was a notice. He's definitely recording.
Yeah, I think I heard it. It was slow, but yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so there's the belly button. Here's the kind of the sides. It's a horrendous drawing, I know, but okay. And then here's the we'll just do a little circle for the poop hole. There's the poop hole. And then we need a pee hole. Let's do that in like blue. Okay. And then there's the we'll just do a little line there. An arrow. And let's see. We need to do like, oh, I know what we can do. Here's a male symbol. And a female symbol. There we go. Okay. So let's do the liver in green. So here's the liver over here. I generally just do it as a triangle. That's the liver. And then let's do the portal veins in red. Oh, wait, no, we need to do the intestines. Let's do the intestines in orange. So then you got these intestine thingies going around, the small intestine here. And then you got, I gotta do the colon in another color. Let's do the colon in, let's do the colon in orange too. So then your colon goes up and around like this. And then so we'll call the symbols here the bladder, okay? The male, the blue is the bladder. And so then the red's the portal veins. So you've got all these red veins and they go, oh, there's thousands of them. Thousands and thousands of these portal veins. And what happens when the diameter of the pipe goes from 1 inch to 1/4 inch due to sludge and inflammation? Each one of these is a pipe bringing fluid back to the liver. So what happens when the pipe diameter goes from big, meaning large volume of water, to small, meaning less volume of water? So what happens downstream from the pipe that's trying to suck the water out?
It gets congested.
Right. And then you see the person from side view, as I've drawn so many times. Here's a flat belly, like here's the legs right here, kind of the legs are down here, and the belly button's here normally. Then the fluid backs up in here, and then the belly goes out, but it also goes back towards the spine. And a lot of low back pain, if this is the spine right here, then a lot of low back pain is this balloon called the peritoneal cavity getting bigger. And a lot of spinal pain is nothing more than intestinal inflammation and portal vein stagnation.
And portal vein is from the it's back to the liver, but from where, right? The nutrition's back to the liver?
So the colon, the small intestine, the stomach, the spleen, the pancreas all have veins that go to the liver.
Okay.
So on a quiz, there'll be a quiz question. I'm going to give you the answer. What are the only veins in the body that do not go back to the heart?
Oh, portal veins?
Right. They're the only veins that do not go to the heart. Everything else heads back towards the heart.
Huh.
So they're very unique, but they're not really veins because they're intestinal filters, what I call them.
Okay.
So the hose gets full of silt and sludge and waste, and it contracts due to inflammation. So arteriosclerosis begins in the portal veins, I tell people. Arteriosclerosis begins in the portal veins. So when you see in the iris, to correlate then, oh, you guys got this? I'm going to save this. This is a good one to save. Is this worthy? Oh, wait, we're not done with this yet.
Yeah.
So the prostate then we'll put in dark brown. And this could be the prostate or the uterus. This big brown thing here is the prostate. Now you see how it's kind of in the middle of everything down there at the bottom of the pelvic girdle. Like this is a bowl down here. Like if you draw blue as water again, hey, get over here. Then see, there's a bowl here of water, and this is the bottom of the dog pile right here. You ever had a dog pile on top of you before? Anybody?
No, what is it?
But yeah, a bunch of
I've
people
had
fall on
15,
you.
I had 15 men on me in my male initiation rite in 2012. I let 15 men squeeze. I was possessed by a spirit for years. And this man knew when he looked in my eyes, and he sat on top of me 6 inches away, glaring into my soul, while 10 men were on top of him, squeezing this entity out of me. It's not comfortable because you can't breathe.
I had it happen as a child with my playmates. That's the only time I've had this happen.
But you know what it feels like. You can't breathe,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
literally,
crazy.
that's what I told him. I told him I couldn't breathe. So yeah.
I had
So-
it happen 2 months after I gave birth by accident because I was foolish enough to go snow sledding with my sisters-in-law, and we all had fun, and we were all, everything seemed fine, and they jumped on top of me and it broke a rib.
Oh wow.
Because I was just 2 months past giving birth and everything's still soft. It was like,
Oh
oh, and it was, just two women.
wow.
Oh, fuck.
Mhm.
Oh my God. Isabel, no dog pile for you?
No,
It's
no.
nice to imagine something was getting squeezed out of me. Maybe there was something valuable there. Maybe I can redo that in my mind.
Well,
Mm.
just imagine, the poor bladder, the poor uterus, the poor prostate, it's getting dogpiled all day because everything's on top of it, right?
Yeah.
And so is there going to be good circulation to begin with down there when you're 60 years old? No, it's not. We
Mhm.
call it prolapse
Mm.
in medicine. Prolapse means it's fallen down.
Mhm.
And women have horrendous prolapse down in their vagina even. I mean, there's really bad stuff that happens when weak connective tissue. I've been a part of a number of them, like the rectum going back through the vagina. It's called a rectocele.
Oh wow.
And that happened to a woman after she gave birth, and I begged her to wait another year, but her period decided to wait. Day 28 is when they finally made love. She's like, fuck, that egg was waiting for my partner. Because it's like day 28. You don't think you're gonna get pregnant on day 28. But her ovulation waited for that egg, and she gave birth in a hot tub, and then her rectum prolapsed out of her vagina.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's what we're talking about, is this very thing. And so I told this guy, and anybody with a prostate issue where there's peeing a lot, look at all these organs. So if the colon gets swollen, it's going to press against the prostate. If the portal veins get swollen, they're going to press the prostate. So if all these organs get swollen around it, right, then you get squeezed and you don't have circulation, and the pee can only back up so much. Like this guy says he pees 10 times a night and only 3-4 tablespoons comes out each time. Classic example of that, because it can only grow so big because it's compressed, right? Being dogpiled.
Mm.
So his PSA, which is a lab test called the prostate specific antigen, ANTIGEN, prostate specific antigen is elevated at 14. He was whining about that. I told him I've seen 100, and he thought he was bad. And I'm like, dude, I had a guy with 100 and it was down to 3 in a couple of months on CBD. He's not a weed guy, so I couldn't talk him into that. But anyways, that's a little insight for you guys. If you have these organs swollen around it here, then uterine issues, prostate issues, bladder issues are all aggravated. Yes, Monica.
Where's the bladder?
The
compared
blue
to
thing
that?
right below the prostate, brown here, that's the bladder's right in there.
Okay, right in there. So that's why the prostate getting pushed on by all the portal veins then pushes on the bladder.
Yes. And so the bladder and the prostate are both probably inflamed together.
Yeah.
And then, they're both pushing against each other all the time. I'll give an example in my upper life is I have prolapse. I have 2 inguinal hernias. Those are both signs of prolapse. I don't pee sometimes until after I poop.
Ah,
Like I can't pee until after I poop sometimes in the morning because the big colon is blocking the bladder,
uh-huh.
the full colon.
Mm.
Well, that's been a lifelong thing for me, that as soon as I'm finished pooping, a little more pee comes out.
Yes, that's it. Right, exactly. Exactly. Because part of the bladder was closed off by the poop.
Oh,
And then that little part of the balloon got freed up to drain out.
okay.
That just started happening to me in the last decade. I never had much of an issue, but then I started noticing like, wow, I'm peeing more after I poop, as Monica said.
Mm-hmm. It's very handy. It's good little cleansing.
Okay, anything else on this? I thought that's a great video, little short segment. We can call it, pelvic prolapse, bottom of the bowl, dog pile, something.
Oh, well, but put portal veins in there and prostate so that one can refer to it.
Yeah, write that in if you
Okay.
can. Do you have the thing where you can type?
Yeah, let me see. The portal veins were in red, so I'll do that red.
Yeah.
Okay. Four.
And did you say that portal veins should be a 1/2 inch, but they get
No. I'm just this conceptual.
okay?
If the hose is a certain diameter
Yeah.
and you reduce it, the water flow slows down.
Yeah.
That's
Do
all.
you have any idea really what size they are compared to other veins? I mean, I've had that exact question you brought up. They must not just be veins. It must be that they're thicker than veins, but I am curious about that.
And then let's see the brown is the prostate. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, over there. Why isn't that? Hey, buddy. There you go. Prostate. The prostate. Hey, prostate is the prostate. That's an interesting term.
Hmm.
The prostate. And then the prostate's right there. I'll also put uterus because it could also be the uterus, just to add in to be gender fluid, I guess. Whatever they call that. The prostate uterus. There we go. Is that better now? Anything else we need in there for the future?
What's the blue line? The big. Is
Oh,
that
bladder. Okay, well, we can do
no,
that.
the long, the like giant, big smile around the whole thing.
Oh, that's the pelvic bowl. I was trying to draw a bowl and everything at the bottom of the bowl, like the water and all the fluid accumulates to the bottom of the bowl.
Okay, got it.
Let's see. We're being recorded right now too, so we'll make sure.
What you might do is rename the blue or erase some of the line and say, because in a way that sort of shows what the new belly line looks like. That it's like a cutaway of seeing the belly would be hanging down over all that.
The trouble, if I do Control Z and backtrack and eliminate it, then these words
I know,
are gonna
but
disappear
you don't
too.
have to. You could just do a line to the blue thing and say, imagine the belly's sticking out this much, because even though, anyway, that's what I did in my drawing. You almost started it with the way that you're on the right side, the outer part of the thigh then hits a spot where there's, it starts to come out. That was a good artistic help.
Bladder and new large belly. And we have a little arrow for each. There we go. And an arrow to the bladder here. Oh wait, shit. Why isn't that blue?
That's the anus. That's the anus. So actually you didn't draw the bladder.
Well, these little symbols right here are.
Oh.
The male and the female symbols were symbols for the bladder. And then the other one was the new large belly.
And all the yellow lines, those are the small intestines, right? Or large intestine?
The orange is the colon and intestines, yeah.
Yeah.
Bladder. Okay, right there. Oh wait, shit. Dang.
So to speak.
There it goes. Okay. Well, that's a lot going on. May have to redo this in a more clean fashion. That's really a lot going on. Save, clear, and off with the recording.